Hi everyone. So, hope you're having a beautiful July 4th weekend. So, we have some new stuff going on here in the garden. As you can see, the paths have been redone. I haven't done the outside paths. And then a lot of stuff has been removed. And then this is what's tented over here is there's some kind of brassica underneath it, but I put in baby beets, and because they can get pecked by birds easily when they're first maturing, I'm just covering them to give them an extra start. So you can see that my husband so graciously loved me and redid the paths for me. Now, of all the paths here, there is four. These two here did not have a second coating last summer, so they were down to dirt. So I did put some more. I put paper bags down instead of cardboard, and then we wood chipped on top of them. But those there were so nice and thick that we just put another layer on. So we're not worrying about those ones, and so these ones here, of course, like I said, have the paper bag and then the wood chips because I ran out last year. So as you can see, overnight we have snow peas, so that's lovely. Volunteer sunflower coming up, and a volunteer nasturtiums. Look at those cabbages. Aren't they beautiful? I just think they're so pretty. I'm just so happy with them. And I've done some potato harvesting. First crop I got was okay. Second crop was really good, and oh my goodness, I put some in the air fryer with olive oil and salt and pepper, and they were amazing. Potatoes in the store do not taste like potatoes coming out of the ground. I'm just saying, there's such a huge difference. So look at here. Look at this. This is a volunteer, so it means that I didn't plant it. It's a seed that was left over from last year, and look, it came up. Isn't that just lovely? It's like a God wink. So, as you can see, we have some new things going in the ground. I put my stuff in later. This is cucumbers. I put them in later because mine get attacked, and I wanted to see if I did it in July, how they would hold up and how fast they would mature. So I'm trying it, and the beets are amazing. We've had beets out of here. We've been eating the beet tops. I do them with olive oil, a little bacon grease for flavoring. See, look how beautiful they are. And then we do water chestnuts for a little bit of crunch, because greens are different to eat, and it takes a little time to adjust to them if you're not used to them. So I just wash the tops off, chop them all up, and we had them the other night with some meatloaf and some steamed beets. So let's go down this path here. Didn't he do a nice job? I'm so thankful. So I think this is going to be climbing green beans, but I could be wrong because look, the purple's coming on. These have been slower. Now I'm kind of wondering what they are. Oh well. So basil is doing fantastic. It just grows and grows and grows and grows. And then there's a volunteer sunflower. So that's lovely to see going on. And I have started a lot of other plants right now in the house I have growing. We have some brassica family going on here. And then my disappointment this summer for me, because we all have garden fails and garden triumphs, and I don't have all triumphs all the time. And it's a learning. This is a classroom, and you're always learning, is my raspberries. They're too thick. They just did not get enough water, and I did not have the knowledge that I'm supposed to thin them so much. So I have to do a lot more thinning. So I'm really super bummed about this, but it's what it is. And you can just see, we were so dry they just couldn't, there's just too many in here, and I didn't make that connection and probably should have. So my black raspberries, on the other hand, are doing amazing. The only thing that I think they don't expand and grow a ton is because of the fence. I have to get the fence out of here. It's time for it to go, and I'm going to have to handle it a different way. So I see one ripe black raspberry, almost ripe, and I'm going to eat it. Black raspberries, they're the heart of summer. But you can even see here, see these? They just weren't getting enough water. So they're going to probably be seedy a little bit this year. So let's pause it. So over here is my garlic haul. Now I planted garlic in the summer years and years ago and didn't understand why it didn't work. I don't think garlic grows in the summer at all, but I know that these ones I put in October of last year. Look, if you could just see how big that is. I'm so happy with this. This is a nice crop. They have to dry for, I'll put them in the garage. They have to dry out for about 3 weeks. Pretty good to get, they'll shrink because that's what they do. And then I will save some for seed, and we will roast some this winter and fall and some this summer and eat them. So this is where the garlic was. So I put this in last October, I believe it was. And it's kind of weedy, but part of this was one of the last beds I worked on, and I did not have enough mulch or compost. I didn't have enough wood chips. I just worked with what you have to work with what you have sometimes. So this is going to give it an overhaul, and it's going to be well endowed to even out, because if you see, we put in some new beds. Well, they're not new. There were already raised beds here, and we took them apart, and we have cardboard and composted it. And as you can see, I had to do it on the fly because this is my zucchini. I'm starting mine late because, again, my zucchini gets attacked. And so they were desperate to get into the dirt. They were getting yellow because they didn't have any nitrogen. So they needed to get inside here and stuff. So we put them in like yesterday. And so my husband finished doing some more dirt on here. There's a lot of raking, and I have to put in some wood chips. I need to make some paths in here. And I don't even know what I want to do yet. So that's a course for another day. And again, this bed. So there was 4 raised beds here, and they've been dismantled over time, taken apart. I did the last a few weeks ago, and now cardboard, compost. Eventually this will have, again, this one here, these are my strawberries. They have been amazing. We have had so many good strawberries off of here, and it's still actually producing some. Just a few. And I was down to no compost when I put these in, and I just buried them in wood chips, just enough to say so. And they just went crazy. So they need to be edited, they need to be moved around. And so I'm going to wait to after they're done doing all their fruit bearing time, and then I will move them and love them up and put them together for the winter. So that's what's been going on here. I did a little tree trimming because the branches they're come down very low. They're really low on the other side, and so I am going to get to those, but one project at a time. So I hope you have a lovely 4th of July. I encourage you to pray over our country for the lovely freedom that we have, that men chose to fight for, because they wanted to be independent. They wanted the right to worship God, and they wanted the right to be in charge of their own lives. So I ask that you would just pray for our country and give thanks for all the gloriousness that God has given us, and in freedom and how blessed we are, and that God would continue to just bless us and for all the victories that have been recently had. So I bless you, and I thank you for coming on this journey with me, and happy gardening.